The MV Le Joola ferry capsized off the coast of Senegal in 2002, resulting in over 1,800 deaths. The MV Le Joola ferry capsized on the 26th of September 2002 off Senegal's coast, resulting in a massive loss of life. The ferry was severely overcrowded, carrying 1,863 passengers against a legal limit of 550 people. The vessel had a design flaw: a single-deck, open-plan layout that made it prone to capsizing in rough seas. The ferry was traveling at full speed in a storm, making it harder to stay afloat and stable. Critical safety equipment, such as life jackets and emergency beacons, were either inadequate or unavailable on board. The disaster led to changes in maritime safety regulations, including stricter passenger limits and improved safety gear requirements. Revisit the poignant last phone calls of passengers, including the emotional conversation between passenger CeeCee Lyles and her husband on United Airlines Flight 93 before it crashed on 9/11. On 9/11, 4 commercial planes were hijacked, but United Airlines Flight 93 was the only one to crash in a field. CeeCee Lyles, a passenger on Flight 93, made a heart-wrenching phone call to her husband, Lorne, before the crash. During the call, CeeCee told Lorne she loved him, and he encouraged her to be brave and pray. CeeCee's call was one of over 30 phone calls made by passengers on Flight 93, providing crucial information to authorities. The hijackers on Flight 93 were 4 al-Qaeda terrorists, led by Ziad Jarrah, who took control of the cockpit. Following the daily struggles of Chloe, a college student with prosopagnosia, as she navigates recognizing classmates, friends, and family members, prosopagnosia, or face blindness, affects 2 to 3% of the global population, making it a common condition. Chloe's brain struggles to recognize faces due to a neurological disorder affecting her fusiform gyrus. She relies on hairstyles, clothing, and voice recognition to identify people, often leading to embarrassing mistakes. Even familiar faces, like family members, can be unrecognizable to Chloe without contextual clues. Face blindness can lead to social anxiety, as Chloe constantly worries about not recognizing friends and acquaintances. Despite the challenges, Chloe has developed coping mechanisms to navigate her daily life with face blindness. In 1649, Oliver Cromwell ordered the melting down of the British crown jewels, but some pieces remained hidden. Where did they go? In 1649, Oliver Cromwell ordered the melting down of the British crown jewels to raise funds for the Commonwealth. The crown jewels were stored in the Tower of London, but some pieces were secretly hidden away. A group of jewelers, including Thomas Blood, conspired to steal the remaining jewels, but were caught. Thomas Blood hid some jewels in the vault of the Chapel of St. Peter ad Vincula in the Tower. Some crown jewels were discovered hidden in a bricked-up vault in 1660 after the Restoration. The missing crown jewels were never fully recovered, leaving a lasting mystery surrounding their fate. Find out which accents are considered the most challenging for non-native speakers to master, including the Mandarin Chinese accent and the Scottish accent. Mandarin Chinese accent is considered one of the hardest to learn due to its complex tones. The Scottish accent is also notoriously difficult, with over 1,000 distinct dialects and variations. Non-native speakers struggle with the R and L sounds in many Asian languages, including Japanese and Korean. The Irish accent is tricky due to its unique intonation patterns and vowel shifts. Mastering the Russian accent requires grasping the language's distinct Cyrillic alphabet and pronunciation rules. To overcome accent challenges, experts recommend listening to native speakers and practicing speaking regularly. Learn how atomic clocks helped scientists like Isidore Rabi and Norman Ramsay win the Nobel Prize, and discover the groundbreaking experiments that redefined our understanding of time. The first atomic clock was built in 1951 by physicist Isidore Rabi and his team at Columbia University. Atomic clocks use the vibrations of atoms to regulate their timekeeping, making them incredibly accurate. In 1955, Norman Ramsay developed the first atomic clock that could be used as a time standard. Ramsay's clock was so precise that it could detect a 1-second deviation over 100,000 years. The development of atomic clocks led to a redefinition of the second in 1967, based on the vibrations of cesium-133 atoms. Count down the top 3 most intense 0-0 draws in the Premier League, featuring Manchester City versus the Premier League, has seen over 2,500 to 0 draws since its inception in 1992. Manchester City vs. Liverpool in 2018 was one of the most intense 0-0 draws in Premier League history. This match saw 14 shots on target, with Manchester City dominating possession 61% to 39%. The 2018-19 season saw the highest number of 0-0 draws in Premier League history, with 12 matches ending goalless. Chelsea holds the record for most 0-0 draws in a single season, with 7 inches the 2004-05 campaign. 0-0 draws make up only 7% of all Premier League matches, making them a rare and intense occurrence. Be amazed by sculptures that defy gravity and challenge perception, including the works of Anish Kapoor and Salvador Dali. Sculptures that defy gravity and challenge perception have been fascinating humans for centuries. Anish Kapoor's Descent into Limbo appears to be a bottomless void, despite being only 2 meters deep. Salvador Dali's Gala contemplating the Mediterranean Sea uses perspective to create a mind-bending optical illusion. The art of illusion relies on manipulating light, shadow, and perspective to deceive the viewer's brain. Some sculptures use mirrors and reflections to create infinite loops and impossible spaces. These mind-bending creations inspire new ways of thinking and challenge our understanding of reality. In this video, we'll explore the phenomenon of collective misremembering, where a large group of people remember an event or detail differently than what's recorded in history books. The Mandela effect is a phenomenon where collective memories differ from recorded history. The term Mandela effect was coined in 2010 by paranormal consultant Fiona Broom. The Berenstain Bears name was allegedly misremembered by many as Berenstain Bears. The Mandela effect has sparked debate on parallel universes and alternate realities. The disappearance of Roswell from some maps fuels speculation about the phenomenon. The Mandela effect remains unexplained, leaving scientists and theorists searching for answers. Discover the unique eating habits of hibernators, from bears to bats, and learn how their diets help them survive during long periods of inactivity. Hibernating animals prepare for long inactivity by changing their diet before winter arrives. Bears eat up to 20,000 calories daily before hibernation to build fat reserves. Some hibernators, like bats, eat insects and fruits to fuel their winter survival. During hibernation, an animal's metabolism slows down to conserve energy. Hibernating animals recycle their own waste to conserve water and nutrients. Their unique diets and adaptations enable hibernators to survive months without food or water.